Welcome, one and all. I mean, God, we are loaded with topics. Gorgeous day out. Hope everybody had a decent weekend. And despite Doug's best attempt, I'm not going to start with something negative. I'm not going to do it. I'm just not. But this college scheduling thing is absolute nonsense. I mean, they are putting garbage games on at night. So blessed Fox can bore us all to death with a noon start in the middle of our Saturdays. Not going to do it. I'm going to turn the Lions into a Super Bowl team at 3. Very simple sales pitch. I have a move. I'd make the offer. Can't tell you the team would do it. But there's a player in the news, position in need, young, prime, PFF darling, and I think it will put you on par with the Eagles and Niners. We'll do it at 3. We're going to get to the Pistons at 4. There's one move that if they already haven't initiated contact or tried to make it, you may as well shut down the franchise. We'll get to that at 4. Saving all lottery stuff, including David's outfit tomorrow. I am writing the prayer. I'm going to be a bit of a speech writer tomorrow. I don't have a big background in biblical stuff, but I'll do the research tonight. It is time for Wembanyama fever. We need it. David, you need to step to the podium. We're going to do it tomorrow. But I want to start out with this. And don't get confused. It kind of relates to the college football scheduling and how the thing that they tell you it's about, it's not about. How the focus is all about money and never about actuality. It's the Ja Morant stuff. And no, this isn't going to be some bring Ja Morant to Detroit thing, because that's nonsense. Not doing it. But Ja Morant got caught flashing a gun on social media again. And I'm going to tell you why certain things are going to happen. And then I want to tell you what my view of reality is. And you can tell me I'm nuts. You could tell me I'm speaking the truth, or anything in between those 2 points. But Ja Morant, look, here are the things we know. Ja Morant's a dummy. He is. You have a $231 million Supermax deal waiting for you. You already got caught flashing a gun, got booted from your team, got embarrassed, had to go to counseling. I think you upended your team's chances of really going to the NBA Finals this year, quite frankly. So to do it again in the matter of 90 days is, I mean, to say it's idiocy would be kind to idiots, be insulting to idiots. So what's going to happen is this. Adam Silver works for the owners, just like Roger Goodell, right? Adam Silver is going to come out and drop a bomb on Ja Morant. My guess is Ja Morant will be gone through the All-Star break next year, that it will cost him half a season. It will irreparably punish the Memphis Grizzlies. It will interrupt his career, and it won't be because anyone's upset about a gun. See, this is the dirty secret in all of this. And I think Sauce Gardner put it best, and we were reading this earlier in the New York papers. Now, Sauce has deleted the tweet, but it was of the essence of, hey, everyone has guns, we all have guns, we just don't put it on social media, LOL. He's right. The reality is, fans in Memphis, not upset because Ja Morant's flashing guns. They don't care. You out there, you don't care. Because, look, this is gun culture. This is a gun country. Ja Morant has a gun. So do a lot of people. Ja Morant plays with his gun. Well, I guess so do a lot of people. Is it the smart thing to do? No. But this has nothing to do with smarts. Is it smart for Jordan Poole to spend $500,000 on a first date with a girl? Well, he did that last week. The point I'm making to you is the owners are upset because this makes their product harder to market. Owners around the league look at this and go, my God, we're right back to the late 90s, early 2000s, and we had to do a dress code. We're putting out an image we don't like. We're putting out an image that's hard to sell. You could fill in the blanks to that. But the reality is, this is the owners being upset that it hurts the bottom line. It hurts the optics. It hurts the ability to sell their product. And the NBA already has a myriad of problems. Players that don't want to play, players going on podcasts and saying that a great number of players don't even love the sport that they play, players signing contracts and demanding out 10 minutes later, players faking injuries, players calling the wambulance the first time things go sorry, players quitting on the court. It's a problem. And when Ja Morant, who's one of the mercurial stars in the game, is out here flashing a gun, trying to be about a life that he's not about, it makes it harder to sell your sport. So the owners are going to demand a harsher punishment than I think any fans will. You know why fans are going to be upset? Because Ja Morant's not going to be out there to watch. Ja Morant's not going to be out there to bet on. Ja Morant's not going to be out there to, hell, try to trade for. He is going to face an incredible suspension. But see, it's not about what he's doing. Because I don't think anyone cares. And I'm not telling you to care or not to care. That's your prerogative. But if you ask the average sports fan, do you care what your players do off the floor? The answer is, as long as it doesn't cause them to miss time, no. And the reality is, which I take great pleasure in, is that Ja Morant is so stupid that his participation in social media is the only reason this is happening. If Ja Morant weren't dumb enough to go on social media flashing guns, Ja Morant isn't facing anything. See, he could go on living this life and pretending he's a gangster and doing all the stuff he thinks he's a part of when he's not. Like, dude, you went to private school. Stop. Like, we're not going to do the 8 Mile and Clarence has a real nice family routine. But like, Ja, you're not about it. Like, you're not. Stop it. You know, certain guys grow up real hard. Juan Dixon lost both of his parents. I think one died in jail and one died of AIDS. Fact check that. But you want to grow up hard? Go talk to a guy like that. And Juan Dixon made it through and graduated college and became a pro. That's growing up hard. Like, the guy is lost in life. But the only thing people care about is that he's not going to play. I don't think they're upset at the actuality of it. So, look, man, I would love to know where you're at with it. Because I know the suspension, I think I know. Let me be very careful about that. I think I know the suspension that's coming down. And it'll be way more serious than players who get in, well, let's face it, way more serious legal problems. Truth. And I don't think it has anything to do with the infraction. This is the owners being upset at what it looks like. A star, a young black star, flashing guns on social media. And that makes it a tough sell for a sport that's already got some problems. Problems of effort, problems of relatability, problems of connectivity, and frankly, a competitive balance issue. So I just wanted to start, then we get into Lions, then we'll go to the Pistons, get the local stuff. But I mean, does it upset me that I'm seeing a young man screw up his life? I mean, a little. I guess I'm numb to it because I've seen it so many times with athletes and movie stars and musicians and the rest. I think too much money when you're too young does that. You know, the old line of show me your friends, I'll show you your future. I think you end up with guys hanging out in the wrong crowd, a lot of yes men, yes women. Sure, they go down a bad path. But like for Ja at age 23, as one of the 3 or 4 best players in the league, with $250 million waiting for him, and he had a good upbringing, it's not like this kid was lost in space. At that point, I don't feel bad for you because you had advantages a lot of guys didn't have. But the suspension that's about to come down and what the league's going to do to him, nah, it's fake. Like, I'm not sitting here upset that Ja owns guns. And if Ja wants to flash him, or is he, what was the term you used, David, last week?
Tapped in?
Yeah, is he tapped in or not? I don't care. The point I'm making is I don't get upset at what you want to do. I only get upset when you can't play. The Jamison Williams thing, I'm upset that he was dumb enough to violate the CBA. I'm not upset at what he did. The whole routine, handing out money downtown, doing what he's doing out in the neighborhoods, handing out money to kids, he can do whatever the hell he wants. I wouldn't be putting it on social media. And I'm upset if it in any way impacts his ability to play. It's all I care about. Can you play? You can make whatever money you want. Can you play? Make whatever money you want. Do you care? Do you play? And for Ja, he wants to throw away $250 million and be a cautionary tale. Go for it, because he's well on his way. But I think Adam Silver is going to hammer him. And it'll be at the behest of owners who know this is an optics problem. Big time. People don't need an excuse to bag on the NBA, and I think we know where we're going with that because we deal with some of those callers from time to time. David, what are your thoughts on it? If you think I'm way off base, feel free. No, and if you think I'm not upset enough, feel free. Just being transparent with the audience.
No, I don't think you're way off here. I just think that Josh's just an idiot. When you have this type of money in your future that's set up for you to get,
right,
and you, after an incident, continue to do this, and his friend tried to save him as much as he could.
Oh, tried moving the phone?
Tried moving the phone, put it against his chest, and he's probably looking at him like, dude, get rid of that. He tried to save him, but you can't save someone that's an idiot. I've always been taught, don't argue with fools because you look like a fool. Well, he looks like a fool here. He looks like a dummy. You're ruining your future before it can get started.
Well, stop broadcasting your life everywhere.
Well, that's a problem.
There's an idea.
That's a problem.
There's an idea.
You
know what Josh should do? In the rather large mansion that he owns, stay there.
That's it.
You set the rules in your own home. You don't need to broadcast anything that goes on in there. Do whatever you like. Have people come over, check their phones at the door, and live your life. But see, much like a lot of young people, he's addicted and he's too stupid. The social media is the biggest thing. So look, I'm sorry if you're disappointed I'm not doing some Fantasyland Ja to Detroit thing. I'm not doing it. Because my answer already is yes. Like if Ja ever was traded, if Ja ever was actually put up on the block, I don't care what he's done. I'd take a shot. I'd take a flyer. I'd give it a rip. The reality is he's not going to be. His value is so depressed right now. Memphis is better off keeping him and all his problems. But I'd like to know where you're at with it. Are you upset about what he actually did? Or are you just upset on a fan level that he's going to disappear for a while? See, that's where Sauce Gardner's tweet was spot on. Because I think people get upset at the wrong stuff. It's like the college football scheduling. I understand that this is about money, but I don't have to agree with it. They're putting bad games in primetime in the name of the almighty dollar and how they got in bed with Fox, and now you're getting games like Michigan, Penn State at noon? That's got whiteout written all over it. That's a game of the year we're missing out on for an overcast, cloudy noon start in the middle of everyone's Saturday. No, not at all.
Yes. No, you're right.
No, but when you know it's just about money, David, it used to be about money because the big games got put on at night. But now they've executed a con. That's a separate matter. I'm just making a point. The issues that exist, the way decisions get made, 99% of the time, it's not actually about what you think it's about. They didn't put Penn State and Iowa on because it's a good game. They put it on because the best game that day already got taken at noon. So now they got to find an excuse to put that game on at night. It's an embarrassment. Sorry, college football just continues to ruin itself, by the way. 248-539-9797. We're going to turn the Lions into a Super Bowl team at 3, and I've already got the Pistons' future mapped out for you at 4.